Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto. Today I'm going to discuss something that's going to be a little uncomfortable for most everybody watching. I know there's been a lot of newcomers to cryptocurrency in the past couple of weeks, even ever since this large run to 20,000. And I haven't been seeing too many videos similar to this out there, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. So, what happens when you have large numbers of new people entering markets, especially markets that have had a huge parabolic run, is that markets typically top, and they top for quite some time. All right, now we all know that Bitcoin is unique in the fact that it's a new asset class. There's really been nothing like it before. There hasn't been a new asset class to come in to the markets. I don't even know when, to be honest with you. I haven't done that research, but I can't think of the last asset class that has come, let alone being publicly traded globally with millions of new people using it and 100,000 new Bittrex account being added every single week. I mean, the statistics go on and on. But all I have to say is that when everyone thinks the price is skyrocketing up is exactly when the price does the opposite. Usually goes in the other direction. So I want to put this video out there to give you guys a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of a 10,000 foot view of trading, longer term trends, as well as history repeating itself. And I want to start out by talking about Bitcoin's history. Where have we been in Bitcoin? Where are we now? And what part of the overall market cycle are we in? Okay, we're not going to be looking at 15-minute charts, 2-hour charts. We're looking at daily charts. We can even poke into weekly charts, but I'm pretty much going to stick with the daily through this video. So please bear with me if you want some education. This is not a doom and gloom video. This is not a video that I want you to sell your Bitcoins here, because just to be completely on the up and up with you guys, if you watched my last video calling for Bitcoin 11.5, right now have half of my trading account fully in Bitcoin from about the 10,600 level, holding right now through a pullback from 16 to 14.3, holding strong. So I own Bitcoin right now. I don't think this is going to nothing. In fact, after all this is said and done, I think we're going up to 100 to 200,000. So let's get on with it. So let's start with Bitcoin 2013. Now, in order to do this, if you want to do this by yourself and take a look, you have to go to the Bitstamp chart. Bitstamp is the only exchange that you can get information that I'm aware of going back to 2013. So here's the 2013 top on Bitstamp. All right. Excuse me, guys. So here's the 2013 chart of Bitstamp. We have a nice huge run up coming down from these lows. It's about 800%, and we know we've done that in 2017. So 800% up. We have a big pullback of about 30%. We double top, right? And then we come back and we pull back 52%, and then we go back up 80%, and then I'm not going to go through these numbers because I think we're in this leg right now if this scenario were to play out, okay? So either way, I'm playing for a big bounce, and I think we're going towards 18,000 in the short term. But I just want to walk you through this. So like I said, we had a double top. So here's the top. We came down about 30%. We double topped. We came down here about 48%. And then we go up 80%, 70, 80%, which brings us all the way back up here to about 18,000, okay? Towards the 18,000 level, which would actually perfectly coincide with this top over here. Now, if this were to happen, we could end up with a head and shoulders scenario, okay? A head and shoulders scenario is a reversal pattern. And these reversal patterns basically indicate that a top has been put in and we will continue lower. All right, so a head and shoulders implies that. We don't quite have one yet, but if we were to, it would imply a much lower price. Okay, I won't get into that right now. Now, going back to 2013. Sorry, guys. Can't really switch like that on Trading View. But anyway, going back to 2013. So where are we in this market cycle? I think we're in this leg right here. I think we're retracing this low that we just sold off. Okay, I think we're retracing this, and then we're going to bounce lower. We're going to roll over and go lower. Now, if it happens right now in Bitcoin, I think that's really bad. Okay. Now I want to show you something else that I did. So I took the very high-tech program of Paint, and what I did is I took that Bitstamp chart from 2013 and the Coinbase chart from 2017 right now. I put them side by side. Okay, I put them side by side, and these look eerily similar, very eerily similar. Couple things I want to point out is this big candle right here correlates with this big candle right here. Okay, so you have a point in both of these runs where the parabolic move ends and then gets bought right back up into again. So this parabolic ends and got bought right back up into again. Okay, we've double topped. This took 5 days to double top. This took 10 days to double top. All right, and now we spiked lower. Now we're moving higher. Now it's not as aggressive. Here we have 3 immediate green bars. Maybe this takes 6 days to get back up. Who knows, right? So, 3 days to bounce back up. So this is day 1. We're in day 2. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. Who knows if it's a 1 to 2 correlation? Maybe that happens. I mean, these markets are very correlated, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that right now. So the reason I'm showing this again to you guys is I just want you guys to take a longer term perspective when it comes to trading. I'm not trying to scare you out of your coins or anything, but I want you to notice what markets do. I want you to be a student of the markets, and I want you to, just kind of take a bigger picture. So what I've done here is I've drawn each kind of high of this recent run. I'm pretty much only taking it from this 3,000 level. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, and then we have this blow off top from this parabolic run. Excuse me again. So first thing I want you to notice is that, let me set up my charts here. All right, first thing I want you to notice is that this first pullback was 40% in depth. I also want you to notice that this second pullback is 40% in depth. This third pullback gets a little tighter, becomes 30% in depth. All right, so let me do this. This fourth top gets even tighter still, I believe is like 25%. Yeah, about 25% in depth. So what we have here is we have markets, we have moves that actually have a shorter time frame. This move actually took 54 bars. This move took less bars. 41 bars. This move took less bars. You get the picture here, right? There's a squeezing of time and there's a squeezing of price until we get this blow off top. Now what do we have? Now we have a 46% pullback, 47% pullback in Bitcoin. That is out of character. Okay? So that's your first sign that this market behavior has shifted from the parabolic move into its next phase, which could be a longer term downtrend. Parabolic moves are typically sold into fairly quickly and fairly deeply. All right, so we've already seen one instance of that. This is the first leg of the parabolic move being driven downward. The first leg, we've seen a deeper pullback in Bitcoin than we've pretty much ever seen this entire run. So that's a change in behavior. So even if we bounce, I find it a little suspect if we go into new highs. That being said, you have to go with the charts, you have to go with the volume. So let's say it goes up and I see some action where I think 18,000 where this head and shoulders scenario may play out. I will probably sell my coins. But if I see action proving me wrong and sending us higher, I will be buying back in. Okay, so I want to put that out there. This isn't a single-edged sword, this is a double-edged sword. And it's still Bitcoin, anything can happen. But just when you think nothing can go down, things tend to go down. Okay, so let's go back to 2013. And again, this is going to take a while. So where did we end up in 2013? And I'm actually going to take you past 2013 to this prior high earlier in 2013. Yeah, 2013 was a crazy year. So 2013 peaked over here at about 260 or so. To the bottom, it came down about 77%. During this next peak in 2013, we came down 87%. Okay? So somewhere between 77 and 87% would be a healthy pullback if we were to get a pullback in Bitcoin of that nature. Now, all right, I'm going to go back here again. Now, if we get that, if that scenario plays out and we double top, we've double topped, we come up here, we test this high, and we roll over. What's 77 to 87%? Well, what's 87%? That would be right there. 2,500 is 87%. I wish that would stay. So let's do this actually. What was that again? 2,500? Yeah. We're calling it 2,500. So let's do this. So let's draw a line right here at 2,500. Close enough. Okay. So a line right there at 2,500. So Bitcoin has the potential to come back and pull back all the way back into 2,500. If that were to happen, you're going to want to take a look at the time scale to see where we go from there. All right. So what we have here is a correlation between 2013 and 2017. There's definitely a few things happening here that kind of make you think, hey, this is a possibility. Where do we go from here? And I don't have the answer to that. This is one scenario. This isn't the only scenario. Another scenario would be we do something like Ethereum did during its massive run. All right, if you've been privy to some of my previous videos, we've talked about Ethereum being in a larger topside consolidation instead of forming a longer bear market and then curling up. This decided to do a sideways choppy action before it broke out of its symmetrical triangle formation. Bitcoin could do something similar to that. But just the fact that we have a change in market behavior, our pullbacks have been deeper than they have been during the entire run, means that we're due for some kind of a pause. And that pause could just be some nice large sideways action, maybe between this 11.5 and this 20,000 level. But either way, I want you guys to be educated. I want you guys to think the market in terms of history. Those that fail, you may have heard this, those that fail to study history are doomed to repeat it. That is a true statement that happens time and time again. That happens with nations, that happens with wars, that happens with religions, that happens with everything. And the markets have been no exception to that rule. You can look at the stock market, and cryptos will be no exception to that rule. We will have a big longer-term correction in Bitcoin. I'm not saying it happens here, but it could. But at some point, we are due a very large correction and a bear market in crypto. So everyone talks about, crypto 2018, crypto 2020. No one talks about what if crypto actually goes into a bear market. Okay, so this is the scenario I want you guys to put in your trading book. I want you guys to, give this as much thought as you would any other type of scenario or strategy. And I want you to be aware of a possible situation that could save you a ton of money. That's all I'm trying to do here, guys, is save you some money. But keep in mind, if you are buying into this and you're fudding a lot and you're saying, hey, yeah, this is going to happen. 2013 looks just like 2017. I'm going to sell my Bitcoins and wait for it to ride out. Keep in mind, I'm still invested. I've been in since 10.6. I'm going to be in until the market proves me, until the market tells me I need to get out, and I'm going to listen to the market. And if I get out and the market tells me to get back in, guess what? I'm going to get back in. As a trader, that's my job. I have a due diligence to my money to do the right thing, not to do something that I feel is going to happen, or not to act based on an opinion, but based on the market situation and the facts at hand. Okay, there's no fact here that this situation is going to happen. Right now, it is just a theory. There is a case for it, just like there's a case for Bitcoin to go to 500,000. So, all right, guys, there you go. Thanks for joining me today. Subscribe if you like the video. Like the video if you like the video. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you want to say something good, bad, or ugly. I'd love to chat with you guys. I will see you guys around. Thank you very much.